Paris, the city of dreams, of artists, poets, and sometimes chefs. The rat sneezes, then sniffs the air, a swirl of garlic, butter, and roasted almonds. He follows the scent across rooftops until he peers through a restaurant skylight. Inside, a human chef flames a pan with golden light. For some, cooking is a job. For others, it's music. The rat closes his eyes, listening to the sizzle like a symphony. His whiskers twitch. His name is Remyck. One day, I'll cook like that, even if no one ever knows my name. Lightning flashes. The kitchen below erupts in laughter. The human chefs shouting, clanging pans, tasting sauces. Then the door slams open. A rat catcher enters the alley, cages glinting. But dreams are delicate things in a world that fears what it doesn't understand. Remyck runs. His small feet scatter over cobblestones, chased by the hiss of traps. He dives into a crack in the wall and lands in a forgotten basement, dusty, quiet, once a bakery long ago. Flour hangs in the air like ghostly snow. He sniffs around, stale bread, burnt sugar, cold air. But then he spots something glowing beneath a pile of tins, a recipe card. Faded ink reads, "Étoile soufflée, the taste of stars." He whispers, "Taste of stars?" The recipe lists impossible things. Saffron dust, cloud milk, moonlight sugar. It's poetic, not practical. Still, his heart races. Every dream begins with a recipe no one believes in. He begins experimenting, stealing crumbs from nearby cafes, drying herbs in old tins, using candle flames to cook. Every night the basement fills with scent, sweet, smoky, daring. His brothers laugh at him. Cooking, we steal, we survive. Remyck smiles. You survive, I live. Above the old bakery stands a failing bistro called Chez Lumière. Its owner, Clara Moreau, is a young chef struggling to keep the doors open. Customers whisper, "She's too young, too new, too different." Late one night, Clara falls asleep at her counter. Remyck sneaks in through the vent, dragging his newest creation, a tiny tart of burnt sugar and lavender. He sets it beside her hand. She wakes, sniffs, tastes, and freezes. Her eyes widen. Who made this? The door creaks. No one. Just the echo of rain outside. Sometimes magic arrives not in thunder, but in crumbs. The next morning, she tries to recreate the flavor, and fails. Again and again, she burns it. Frustrated, she slams her spoon down. Remyck, hiding behind the flour sack, mimics her motion, perfectly, delicately correcting her whisking rhythm. She notices movement, gasps, lifts the sack. Clara. A rat? Remyck freezes mid-whisk, holding a spoon taller than himself. A long silence. Then she laughs, not with fear, but wonder. Clara. You were helping me? Remyck nods. Hesitantly, she kneels, eyes soft. Then help me again. Night after night, they cook in secret. Clara leaves a tiny apron by the counter. Remyck scurries around measuring herbs, tasting sauces, guiding her with gestures. The kitchen transforms. Colors burst, dishes sing. They invent recipes together. Sky bisque, moonlight brioche, aurora custard. The bistro fills again with customers, drawn by scents that seem to carry hope itself. Art isn't made by hands. It's made by heart, no matter how small. But rumors start to spread. Critics whisper, no human could cook like this. One night, the rival chef Gaston Rivoire storms in. I know your secret, Clara. You have a ghost in your kitchen. He sneaks back later and sets traps. During a dinner rush, one trap snaps shut, catching Remyck by the tail. He squeals. The kitchen freezes. Customers scream. Gaston smirks. A rat chef. How charming. Clara steps forward, trembling. He's my friend. He's the reason you're all here. The room erupts in laughter. The critics leave. The health inspector closes the bistro. Rain pours outside again. Clara stands in the dark kitchen, staring at the empty tables. Remyck limps to her shoulder, lowering his head. Clara. They won't understand. Remyck. Then we'll show them. Weeks pass. The city forgets them. But in the basement bakery, a soft glow burns again. Clara and Remyck rebuild the place. New ovens, new recipes, new dream. They decide to serve one meal only, étoile soufflé, the impossible recipe. On opening night, they invite no one. Only the wind, the stars, and one old critic who once believed in art, Monsieur Delaire. He tastes a single spoonful. The room seems to dissolve. He sees his childhood kitchen, his mother's smile, the smell of vanilla and rain. Tears fall. Delaire, whispering, "This tastes like the first time I dreamed." He writes the next morning, "If art has a flavor, this is it." The review goes viral. People flood the bistro again, not for spectacle, but for hope. Clara opens the door to the hidden bakery where Remyck waits. Clara, we did it. We, in a world that tells you who you're supposed to be. Sometimes the smallest voices make the loudest sound. Months later, Chez Lumière thrives. No traps, no secrets, only creativity and laughter. A small golden plaque hangs by the door. Dedicated to those who dream with flavor. Children giggle when they spot a little chef's hat hanging by the counter. And if you listen carefully, when the soufflés rise and the wind hums through the window, you can almost hear him, whisking, humming softly, tasting the stars. The best recipes aren't written. They're lived.